And so we'll get started immediately with our Tai Chi warm-up set because I have a little special treat for you toward the end of the class, something I've been working on for weeks in my Tai Chi class that I'm taking, and I thought you might enjoy playing with it a little bit. So we'll start with our feet together. Very gently, our toes are touching, our heels are touching, but we're not squished, right? And what I want you to feel here is just a relaxation. Let your knees be soft. Just feel yourself standing here for a minute. And then we'll slowly bring in those 3 postural elements we've been working on. We'll start by very gently grabbing the floor with our toes. It's just the gentlest of grabs. And it will help position you so nicely. It will really help with your balance with everything that we're doing here. The second postural element, we're going to draw our navel very gently toward our spine. That takes this kind of, gap here in our back. And as we draw our navel in, our butt comes in. We're not really tucking, we're just gently drawing our navel toward our spine and taking out that. The next thing I'd like to mention to you that I've never mentioned before is we're going to have a little bit of space underneath our arms here, a little bit of rounding. And what you want to try to do is knit your clavicles together here as your back becomes a little bit more splayed out. And then finally, that beautiful golden thread, the back of our head drawing us to the heavens. Our chin is gently tucked. Toe grab, belly drop, golden thread. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to just, either leg, it doesn't matter, choose a leg right now, consciously, and just let all of the energy sink into that one leg. You can just feel the energy sink. And as you sink, you can feel that other leg becomes a little bit lighter. We're going to draw up from our hip very gently. And as we do, we have a little cross action that's going to happen here. A little cross action as I lift my left foot here and step out and sink into a shoulder width position. Let's go back the other way. Here we're just going to now sink that energy into the same leg and just bring that hip up as it draws back to center. Okay, let's try that again. We did this for a half an hour in my class the other day. I was like, I love this because it's so foundational. So we've got the foot grab, belly draw, clavicles are knit, we've got a little space but under our arms, our head is drawn to the heaven here. As we just sink the energy into one leg, our other leg is becoming a little lighter. We raise the toe up gently, and that cross action happens as we lift the hip and step out, and then just center. Beautifully done. I'm very happy looking at all of the boxes of you because it's so nice to see you doing it with me. Okay, now let's go back the other way one more time. Sinking the energy back, actually bending that knee just a little as we sink the energy back. Lift that leg up and bring it back to center. And you can look down at your toes. In this particular case, one of my feet is a little ahead of the other. It takes time to be able to actually find that position really naturally. And so there's no shame here. I'm going to readjust my feet together. Right? No shame. So one more time, but this time we'll stay in that open position. Foot grab, belly draw, golden thread. Sinking the weight into the leg as the other leg becomes a little bit lighter. Lifting from the hip. Opening. Sinking. Together. Very nice. Okay, let's just take a moment here. And just feel what this feels like. Let's go through the 3 postural elements in your own head here. Breathing in through the nose, deeply into the belly. And then nice, gentle exhale out, extending that out breath. Breathing into the belly. And a nice extended out breath. We can already feel the energy growing in our bodies. Just focus on the palm of your hands for a moment. Feel that gentle tingling and warmth in your hands. Moving up your forearms to your upper arms, into your shoulders. Right into your middle dantian here, your heart, and your belly, thighs, calf, right down into your feet with that gentle toe grab. Your whole body is alive. You've got lots of wonderful chi happening right between your ears. So beautiful. Okay, and let's step back into our closed feet position now. Sinking into that one leg, gently lifting with the hip. The leg comes up, and we close, and we can close this energy here. Just let your hands start at your hairline, go down your face, your neck, your heart, belly, and then to your side. Very nice. Thank you so much. Such a beautiful open. Okay, let's start with our little hip circles here. We'll warm up our kidneys very quickly here. Yummy, yummy. Feels so good. And with our hands on our hips, we'll just gently begin to rotate our hips around the pole, with our head and our legs being that pole. We're just going to rotate very gently around it, gently warming up our spine. Knees are soft. Breathing in deeply through the nose, right into the belly. And then gently out. I like to use a little kiss mouth. You do what feels right to you. Okay, warming up the kidneys again. Back and forth. Feels so good. How about the hips here? This is excellent for the lower back. Nice rigorous massage here. And hands back on our kidneys, and then we'll go in the opposite direction. Very gently round the pole. Breathing in and out. Sending lots of love to our spine, right? Been doing a lot of work these days. Okay, I'd like to do a little heart massage here. We'll take our right hand, put it on our heart, take our left hand and put it over, and just do a nice gentle massage around. Getting the collarbone as well, some beautiful points, meridian points there. And then we'll change hands, our left hand, right hand on top, and go in the other direction. Sometimes it's like, which direction did I just go in? Bringing warmth to our heart and our chest, to our lungs. So nice. Okay, we'll take our hands now, and in the dimple of our buttock is the one tiao point, the gallbladder point. We'll massage that just for a minute, putting our feet into a shoulder width position here. Now we're going to inscribe some nice big circles around. So just inscribe a big circle around with your hips. Letting your knees be soft and taking some of that with your knees, of course. You're not stretching those very, what do I want to say, vulnerable tendons. Really feel yourself, that form of the circle all the way around. And then a little massage again of the one tiao. Maybe a little massage of the lower back. I could feel that one on my lower back today. So I do want to go gentle. I want to go that 80-85%. Sometimes I get a little carried away. So I'm going to do a full circle around, but just a little gentler. Can always take it down 5%, and now my back feels much better. Breathing in, we can so easily forget. Okay, now our feet will come together for our knee circles. I'm going to place my hands on my knees or just above, sitting and leaning it forward so that my knees don't go past my toes, and circle my knees around. This is so great. I love this now, where I did not initially. Just do as many as you feel comfortable doing. If you've had enough now, just rest. And now we will massage up the inside and out, down the outside. And then placing our hands on our knees again or just above, circle in the other direction. Nice, and just shake that out a little bit. And of course, just do as many of these as you're comfortable doing. We're going to go up and over now. I'm going to go back so you can see me better. I'm going to inhale up. My arms are going to come up at the top. Let me move the camera just a little bit here. Okay. Yes. I'm going to inhale up, my hands come up at the top, I gently grasp them at the top and pull up ever so gently, and exhale down for the count of 10. Inhaling up, pulling up gently at the top and exhaling down for 10. Oh, my shoulders are opening, feels so good. Inhaling up. 3 times on each side. This is number 2. Inhaling up, pulling up. and over. And up and over. The YouTube videos are up. They posted 3 mindful Tai Chi classes on their YouTube channel last night. I was so shocked. So if you do this at home and you begin to learn the routine and do it yourself, do count yourself. You know, do your own counting. It's so helpful to help you stay present. And now I'm just going to exhale down, and I'm going to keep going down all the way to touch my toes. Nice and gentle. If I grip the floor with my toes just a little bit here, I can feel myself go a little further. Inhaling up and exhaling down for 10. Inhaling up and exhaling down for 10. Now while we're down here, let's do a nice massage of the back of our legs from the top of our butt all the way down the back of our legs. And now let's give ourselves a nice pat with these cupped palms. Okay, and then when you're ready, inhale up, slowly up, head comes up, and exhale your shoulders down. As some of you know, this is the moment when I like to do a little spot check of my body. Practice a little mindfulness here. What's happening? How do I feel? How do my hands feel? How do my legs feel? Do I feel present? How do my feet feel standing on the floor? It feels so good. And my heart is picked up just a little bit, just enough to know, wow, I'm alive. How beautiful. How beautiful to choose life in this moment. Why are we here right now in this moment? It's so amazing. Okay, now we will do our side lunges. We're going to widen our stance in the world. I like to have my feet forward. I'm going to inhale and lunge down to one side as I sit and bend forward just a little bit so that my knee doesn't go over my toe. Inhaling up and exhaling down to the other side. Inhaling up, down for 10. 3 times on each side, so this is 2. Go ahead and count it for yourself. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, let's shake that out. And now I think I'll just go right to the windmills now so that we can do this little activity I have planned for today that I hope you'll love. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one foot forward and my other foot is going to be behind it. I like personally to have my heel about centered with my foot. You can also go to the side with your foot at a 45-degree angle. That's good too. Bending the front leg. I'm going to take the same arm as my front leg. I am going to take my thumb and place it on my IT band. I like to find a nice tender point there. And then just cup my fingers in front and begin to scoop, just scooping forward like a little train going up a hill. Testing out the shoulder, feels good. I'm gonna go a little bigger, and then I'm gonna scoop, scoop, as slow or as fast as you can want to go. If you have shoulder issues and you're healing your shoulder, you can go on the side like this. All of this is good, even just staying with the train. And then the other leg, forward. Same arm as the front leg, front knee is bent. Thumb on the IT band, fingers on the thigh. And test the shoulder. Feeling good, feeling good. Now I'm just going to do it slowly so you can see I'm scooping, scooping. When I go fast, it's a blur. Nice. I usually do about 20 of all of these things, unless they're the things I do on 3 on each side, you know, counting to 10, that's 3. Most everything else is 8 to 32 times. I've picked 20. I like the 20. I can get it all done, actually, the whole Tai Chi set in about 20 minutes. It's quite amazing. Okay, I want to show you something new today, and I think you'll really love this. We'll just start with our feet in a comfortable shoulder-width stance. For some people, they may want to try this a little wider. Other people may need to go a little narrower. As you begin this, you'll begin to see what is comfortable for you, and it may be different next time. So we'll just experiment. What I'm going to do is an outward rotation, making a circle. Actually, with my leg. I'm just demonstrating with my hand here so you can... Yes, I'm demonstrating with my hand because I remember when my teacher was teaching it, there was confusion about what direction we're making this circle. So I'm going to start with my, I guess this would be left to you. It's my right leg. It doesn't matter. I'm going to stand and I'm going to do an outward circle just with the one leg, making a circle around my foot all the way to the other side. So I'm inscribing that entire circle. Hands on hips are always good for this. Yes, excellent. So just one leg and external rotation. Totally inscribing that circle. Once you feel like you are comfortable with your circle, the next thing we add is that foot grab, and you'll notice something very interesting happens. Your circle gets smaller. Now it's more controlled. Before it was quite wild and unwieldy. So just feel that with the foot grab for a little bit. And now, to bring that up, we'll bring in our belly draw. Further controlling that circle. So beautiful though. And you can feel a rise as you go up and around and a sinking back down. And now let's bring in the head neck raise. Looking toward the horizon. Breathing in and out. These circles are the basis of Tai Chi. I'm learning a Li form, Li Tai Chi form, and there's 4 of them. I'm learning the spring form, so it's just so beautiful. It's my first full Tai Chi form. practice. I'm very excited about it. Okay, good for that one leg. Now let's do the other leg. We're not going to worry about the foot grab and everything. Just feel the circle. We're going out and around with the opposite leg. Just feel yourself inscribing that complete circle around, all the way around. Back, all the way forward. And once you feel comfortable with that circle, add the foot grab. It will change and you'll have to kind of find your setting again. It's going to be slightly smaller. And then when you're comfortable with that, add the belly draw. Making sure you're completely inscribing that circle as you go. And then the head, neck raise. Again, you can feel it coming up as you go back and down as you go around. And look at the horizon now. And now, go into figure eights from one side to the other. And so now, go ahead and let go of all the foot grab, belly draw stuff, and just feel what that feels like to inscribe the circles on both sides. Just letting the hips rise and fall. And now let's bring in that foot grab. Bringing up the energy into our bellies. We can feel it move from our abductors right into our abdomen. Even up into our chest a little bit. And now that head, neck raise. And look into the horizon, softly looking in. Feeling that gentle rise and fall. Beautifully done, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's shake that out for a minute. How was that? Any thumbs up for that? I love that so much. I can do it for hours. Now we're going to reverse it and we're going to do an internal rotation, okay? So let's try that. We're going to stand, find a comfortable stance. If it's too wide, you're going to fix it, right? Or too narrow. Hands on our hips again. I like that feeling because I can feel what my hips are doing. Later, we can also try another time putting our hands on our belly because there's a lot going on there too. So now I'm going to start with circles and internal rotation with my one leg. You can see there's a difference from when you're doing it with the figure eights. You're really focused on that one leg. Big circle all the way around. This one's a little bit more difficult than the external rotation. It takes a little time and practice to feel comfortable. We'll bring in our foot grab now. Wow, what happened? It's now extremely smaller than it was before. And yet I must inscribe that complete circle. Let's try bringing in the belly draw now. And the head, neck raise. Knees are soft. And then looking into the horizon, just letting it all happen naturally. This time as you come forward, Your hip raises up and then sinks back. Just feel what's happening here. Okay. Come back to center, and now the other leg. Inscribing the circle. Don't worry about the foot draw yet. Just getting the feeling of inscribing the circle with that one leg. Once you feel like you have that, grip the floor gently with your toes and feel what happens. A slight, what do I want to say? Almost like better boundaries. And yet we're going all the way around, writing that circle. Let's bring in the belly draw now. If you remember from the beginning of class now, you can think a little bit about those clavicles coming together and that nice splaying of the shoulder blades here. And then the head, neck raise. There's a lot to think about. And that's what the practice is. It's like, oh, I've forgotten about the toe grab. Oh, I'll put the toe grab back. Oh, I'm not breathing. Oh, wow, my head is looking up at the sky here. It's those little adjustments that we make that are so nice. Okay, now we're going to move into our internal rotation figure eights. Coming in with one, up and around with the other. Just feel yourself inscribing that full circle with each leg. And when you're ready, grip the floor gently with your toes. This time it felt a little bit more natural to me. Very nice. Belly draw. Bringing the energy up into our body from our adductors. Checking to make sure I'm inscribing the whole circle. I found myself getting a little lazy there. And then the head, neck raise. I'm going to look toward the horizon now and just let it happen really naturally. Just feeling those beautiful circles. Very nice work, everyone. So beautiful. Okay, take a little rest here. What we'll do now is just a couple of the exercises we've been doing based on Tai Chi and Qigong, okay? So let's start with our opening to the sky. We'll stand with our feet shoulder width. I do like to start in the Tai Chi open with this with my left arm at about a 45-degree angle. My fist gently inside at about the heart level. What I'm going to do is inhale, and as I do, I'm going to come down. I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to exhale down. My arms are going to come down. My knees are going to come down. I'm sinking my tailbone down. I'm going to gather the energy up, and I'm going to let my hips come forward as I open my shoulders to the sky here and look at the sky. And then inhale up and exhale the energy down. Inhaling up. Let your hips come forward as you open. Inhale up and exhale down. Your hips come back here. Hips coming slowly forward as you come up. And all the way open. Inhale up and Drop your tailbone down as your hips actually roll back a little. I always want to say to people who have shoulder issues that if you inhale up and this is how far you can go back, that's great. Just come back up and down. Slowly you can increase your range of motion here. Inhaling up. One more. Beautiful. Does anyone feel that opening of the shoulders when you come back like this? It's just such a beautiful feeling. Such a beautiful feeling. And I wanted to say something else about it, but it's just gone right out of my mind. So let's just go on to our flying, our beautiful wild goose flying. We'll stand with our feet shoulder width apart. Everybody keeps telling me they love this. We will inhale as we raise our elbows up. And then our wrists come down as we sink our tailbone. Inhaling up, elbows. Exhaling down, wrists. Now I studied wild geese flying because it was my mother's favorite documentary. That winged migration of all of those different geese flying all throughout the world. And what I noticed was, as they come up, the wings come up here, their chest comes forward just a little, and then comes down. Try that as you inhale up, let your chest lead just a little. And two more. And there's a beautiful compilation of the winged migration documentary on YouTube. It's a song, it's the last song in the documentary by Nick Cave, and it's called To Be By Your Side. And you can watch the geese flying and you can see what I'm talking about, okay? So if you have a chance, check that out. And now we will just close. We'll stand with our feet shoulder width apart. Here we are. Let's close with our feet together and doing our stepping out one more time, okay? Our feet are together, we're completely relaxed. We've got the toe grip, belly draw, golden thread, a little space underneath our arms, our back is gently splayed, our shoulders. And as I sink all that energy into that one leg, the other leg becomes lighter. I'm going to slowly raise it as I've got that cross action happening. I'm going to bend the standing leg just a little as I step out and come to center. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to gather the energy together. And then we can press it down to the earth. Inhaling up. And just letting our tailbone just sink straight down. Again, let's grip the floor with our toes right here. And just do that beautiful squat here. Again. This time I want you to imagine that you're taking that beautiful energy that is you and just healing your entire body from head to toe. And again, for the last time, we'll heal our Mother Earth that is so in need of healing, sending love and prayers and energy to her and to all of her inhabitants. Thank you so much. I love being with you. Give bow to everyone in the class.